Hello everyone, I'm T. Isaac. In our last video, we talked about the concept of right and wrong as it links up with the frames of reality. Today we'll be looking at the simulation of frames. What are simulations? Simulations are simply models. It's a model or replicate of the appearance or behavior. So I can say that simulation of frames is actually the model or replicate of the behavior, the appearance, and the properties of frames. Now, while we're growing up, we existed in certain frames. It means that we can upgrade our frames, we can adjust our frames. Our frames are adjustable. You know, when you come into knowledge and you lay your hands on some things, it begins to adjust your perspective about life. Now, for example, when it comes to the idea of simulations now the lifestyle of a militant is simulation, is simply simulation. Nobody was born a militant. Training made them the way they are. So there's a civilian lifestyle and there's a military lifestyle. So once you get to the barrack for the training ground, what they try to do is that there's already a simulation on ground on how you have to live your life as a militant. There are trainings that make you. So your frame of reality initially was that of a civilian, but as you come into this training, suddenly they begin to imbibe in you the culture of the militant, and this adjusts your frame of reality as a militant. So there's a reality to the people who are militant and reality to those who are just mere civilians. Now, this will happen now. Everybody, our minds operate as computers. It simulates. The moment I begin to tell you a story now, suddenly your mind goes to work, begin to simulate, begin to model the picture, model what you are trying to say. If I tell you a story now, you begin to simulate it. Your mind goes to work and starts simulating. So it's very powerful what you expose your mind to. Very, very powerful, very, very, very important. So people can adjust their frames by virtue of knowledge, the things they have access to. They can adjust frames and become better. So when we come into a class or a seminar and you are there learning, your mind is actually simulating. The teaching curriculum is actually a simulation that if you can follow, this will be your predictable outcome. So life is all about simulations. So people can understand other frames, other perspective the moment they are exposed to certain things. From there, they now begin to see life from that plane. So everyone has the capacity, the ability to adjust their frames. Frames can be simulated. You can simulate your frame, and from there, now begin to understand why people act the way they act. Oh, based on this frame, I was once in this frame. Now I'm operating from higher frame. So people who don't have the knowledge, who are not exposed to certain things, may not understand why some people are acting the way they act in their own frame. It's all simulation. So when you read the book now, your mind begins to simulate, begins to paint pictures of your next movement, of your next movements, of how of what you become, of the things you can achieve. That's simulation. So frames can be simulated. So it's all about simulation. Once your mind begins to paint the picture, that's simulation going on already. So via simulation, we can lay hold on different frames and understand why people act the way they act, and also people can via simulation upgrade their frames of reality. I'm T. Isaac once again. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.